You have point A and point B, and to get to point B, point A has got to stand up and be strong. That's where we are right now. This COVID-19 has weakened so many of us, and we've got to get to the future. We've got to get to those that are still unborn, and the only way we're going to get there is we've got to work together as creative minds. A banker, somebody who cleans houses for a living, it doesn't matter. We're all creative, and we've got to bring all of our energies together to get to point B. Unplugged, because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally uncut, because we all make mistakes, so turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. Oh, the things we go through on a daily basis. Oh, the things we don't want to go through on a daily basis. Where do you put that energy? Once it hits you, do you let it survive inside of you? It sits there and it stews up and it gets all thick and gooky and then all of a sudden it's got to come out somehow, some way. How do you get rid of it? And what do you feel like when you've released it? Oh, the things we do. How do you release it? That's all I'm asking. This is just a conversation between you and me. Nobody else is listening. Do you do it through nightmares? Is that how you experience life? Is that you go through your everyday world, you put up with everything that's happening, and all of a sudden, when you close your eyes and you hit REM, oh, geez. All of a sudden, it unfolds right there inside your dreams. It can't stay inside of you. It has to move through you. And are you providing the channels and the canals to allow it to move through you? And it doesn't happen overnight. That's one of the things that I've learned through 27 years of daily writing. I wish it happened overnight. I think that back in 1994, if I would have known that in 2021 I'd still be putting that pen to paper, I'd be going, I ain't doing this. That's too much work. Too much work, dude. How do you deal with it? When all of a sudden something hits you, oh, do you allow it to move through you, or do you hold on to it and it strangles you? Hey, it's Arroe. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer. I believe in the presence of now, being mindful and grateful of right now. It's a lifestyle. It's changes. You've got to be present. You've got to be able to look at things and go, okay. And that is so difficult to do so many times. This is The Daily Mess. When nightmares feel more real than reality. But the only difference is we can wake up from a bad dream right into the face of reality. I almost never know the people that appear in my dreams, and yet when I speak to them in my dreams, it's like, whoa, we're best friends. We're friends. We're family. We're getting along. This is good, right? Dun, 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 dun. Now, I'm going to be open and honest with you. My wife is my bodyguard. Or maybe I should say my wife is my dream guard. She knows that I have horrid dreams. She knows that I've had horrid dreams my entire life. She knows about this, and she knows that I talk a lot in my dreams. Most of the time you can't understand it. But then again, there are times, she says, that I have a full conversation with myself. But she's there. She is my dream guard. She doesn't know what's inside the mental pictures, though. I don't know when I wake up what the mental pictures were. She said to me this morning, well, you finally began to rest at 4 o'clock this morning. And I looked at the clock, and it was 7:15. Oh, crap. I only got 3 hours of sleep? Boy, talk about your childhood wishes and dreams all clogged up by adult clothes. We tend to take up a lot of space with what we dream and how we allow things to move through us. I don't know why it is that I do dream like that, because it's been going on my entire life. Now, I do know that through writing, I get closer to the expression. And through writing, I'm able to digest what has been lived or what will be lived. The questions, the desires, the wants, the takeaways. Words explain so much. But when you're caught up in a bad dream, a nightmare, your dream guard is only there to just basically wake you up, to help free you from that space. That voice that looks at you and says, hey, 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 hey. And I think if you were to break everything down, you'd say, well, so what is the situation? Let's talk about this. And we all are going to have to do this if you haven't already done it already. You're going to have to write that letter to your childhood self. that says, hey, I was here for you. I gave it all I had. I've tried so hard. But I think maybe it's time to start acting my age. And maybe we don't need to put so much attention on your wishful thought. And I can just hear that childhood voice saying, seriously? I mean, really, seriously, dude. Come on, dude. Really? And maybe this is that thing they call the change of life. Still holding on to the visions of that kid. While life is looking at you saying, let it go. Let it go. That child did not need to fail. And neither do you as an adult in those clothes. Do we write the letter? Or are we putting such a bad guilt trip on that letter that maybe what we need to do is listen to that child that's still very much alive in each and every one of us? What do you feel like? How old do you feel like you are? I mean, don't ask your body. Your body's going to tell you, oh, man, I feel like I'm like 70. My body aches all the time. It always hurts. Got to take more pills. Oh, give me another Red Bull. Oh, my God. How can I escape this world? How young do you feel inside your mind, body, and soul? Being in the studio every day. Walking about on the streets of the everyday world. I still feel like I'm 16 or 17 years old. I still have long hair in the middle of my back. I'm an old man with long hair. I like my long hair because the inner child says, that's a rock star attitude, buddy. That's what I want to see. But what does the rest of the world see? No, look at yourself in the mirror. This is a conversation between you and me. What do you feel like in your present place of now? How old are you in this moment? Do you feel like, some people say, oh, I'm 21 again. Oh, I'm 30. I guess at times I feel like I'm 30, but the idea and the growth and the perseverance and the desire and that want and that need is still that punk ass 16-year-old that's going, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. Oh yeah, the moment I graduate, I'm out of here. And I was. And that's the way that I look at everything in life. It's like, oh yeah. Oh, wait. You're telling me I can't do that? Oh, no. You don't know who you're talking. No. I am going to do that. I am. Where are you at in your place of life? I don't believe in this change of life. I'm not going to get a red car, and I'm not going to go out and get a younger girl. That's just not going to happen. That's a stereotype. But I will tell you that I'm not ever going to write that letter to that child and tell him that I gave it my best. I'm sorry that I didn't realize the dream that you wanted. But I'm going to tell you, though, I'm just damn glad that you never stopped me. I'm Arroe, and that's the Daily Mess.